Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jason here from Nishme Martial Arts. Exciting news. As most of you already know, we're going to be reopening. So Taylor Creek will be able to open May 26th, and the Florence Dojo will be opening June 1st. Now, a couple of things that we have to go over before we get to those days. We want you guys to know that our main concern is making sure that we're doing everything safely, first and foremost, and keeping everything as fair as possible. So I have some talking points I'd like to cover. So the first thing we're doing is we're creating a temporary online scheduling system. All right. So you're going to have to book your classes ahead of time online. So only the people who sign up are going to be allowed in the dojo at that time. All right. The class sizes are going to be limited to 15 students. All right. Now, this way we can enforce social distancing and make sure everybody has enough room, to keep themselves apart, and also so that we have a chance to make sure everybody gets enough one-on-one attention. So because of this, the class length is going to be limited to a half hour. So all classes will be a half an hour, and that should give us about 15 minutes to clean and sanitize everything between the classes. All right, so we need to make sure the mats are clean, any equipment that we may have used, things like door handles and stuff like that, shoe racks, everything can be clean and good to go. All right. Because of this, and we're going to be limiting things, it's required that common areas are shut down, so the lobby, changing room, things like that are going to be closed. All right, so those are going to be off limits for a little while. One of the things that we plan on doing at both locations is utilizing different entrances and exits, just to make sure that we can clean everything as you guys are coming in and out, so that there's no chance of overexposure, exposing anybody to anything. All right. Now, the other thing that we plan on offering is 15-minute online private lessons. All right. So if let's say you're having trouble with your new kata, something like that, you can schedule that. It'll most likely be with Shihan, and then you'll get a little extra help if you need it. So what we need you guys to do is, first of all, only students are going to be allowed to enter the dojo, all right, for a little while. All right, everybody else should wait outside. We encourage parents to wait in the car if you can. We'll have the windows and stuff open, like the blinds and everything, so you guys can see what's going on. But it's just again, we're trying to keep everybody safe and enforcing social distancing and things like that. That way, it limits contact. All right, so there's going to be no sparring or anything for the first few weeks. So we ask that you leave all your bags and personal belongings in the car. You can bring gym shoes, are recommended every single day, because if the weather's nice, we can go outside, all right, and do our class out there in the fresh air. Adults, obviously, you can bring your car keys with you. So we ask that everybody please come dressed for class. A full gi is going to be required for all classes. That way, we can limit the amount of skin exposure and things like that, because everybody's going to be sweating and breathing pretty heavily, and we want to make sure that any surfaces are covered. All right. We're going to ask that you please wait outside until the previous class is exited. All right. So we ask that you arrive about 10 minutes. All right. No earlier than 10 minutes before your class starts, and no later than 5 minutes before it starts. That way we have enough time to get everybody out, make sure things are clean, get the next class in, and we'll be ready to rock. All right. So in the dojo, we're going to have it set up, all the spacing, like there's going to be tape on the mats where you know where to stand. And again, those spots are going to be cleaned after every class. And the instructors will be getting your attendance cards for you, so you don't have to worry about that. All right. Now, there's different requirements in different states. In Kentucky, it's required that everybody wear a mask, all right, and staff and customers. We're going to be providing masks for everybody, all right? Now, even in Ohio, it's recommended, but everybody's still going to get a mask. You're going to be highly encouraged to wear it. I know it can be a little hard to breathe with it, but the classes aren't going to be like they normally are. We're not going to be running around and doing a bunch of conditioning. So we'll ease everybody back into it, all right? And now, because of the restrictions that we're going to have with our lobby and things like that in our pro shop, if you need to purchase an item or speak to an instructor or anything like that, we will gladly schedule a time outside of our regular classes to help accommodate that. All right. Now, to book your online class, you're going to have to go to mindbody. You can either download the mindbody app, or you can go directly to the mindbody website. It'll say the Taylor Creek location as the actual business part, but you'll be able to select either Florence or Taylor Creek on there. If you are training in Bright or at Kids First, you'll have to talk with Sensei Ben about how he's handling that. Because of these restrictions right now, we're going to ask everybody train at their home dojo. So if you're a student from Florence or Taylor Creek, you have to train where you signed up. All right, but you'll book your class ahead of time. And we recommend booking as early as possible. That way we know from an instructor standpoint how we can tailor our lesson plans for that day. They're going to be open to all ages and belt levels. That way, if a family's training together, everybody can come at the same time, and we don't have to hang out for 2 or 3 hours to try to make sure everybody can fit. All right. Now, if for some reason only one person signs up for a class, we may try to reschedule that. All right. But there's also a chance you'll get a free private lesson. All right. Now, some restrictions on scheduling. Let's go over those real quick. All right. So you're only going to be allowed to schedule 2 classes a week for a while. All right. Again, this is all temporary, but the goal here is again to be fair to everybody and make sure that everybody gets enough opportunity to train. We have a couple hundred members that are going to be trying to take these classes, so we want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to get at least their 2 classes a week in. All right. If you want to come more, you can check the availability the day of. There might be an early or late class that only has a few people in it, and if you need some extra training or some extra help, give us a call. We'll try to accommodate. Again, because of this, to be fair, we want to make sure everybody understands that you're going to have to train at wherever your home dojo is. All right. So if you're a Florence student, you're training at Florence, Taylor Creek, etc. And make sure you contact your instructor if you have any questions about any of that stuff. All right. Now, again, we ask that you be patient. All right. So this stuff isn't going to last forever. All right. And our goal is to just adhere to the governor's recommendations. So the sooner we get out of this. All right. Again, you can pick up your masks before your first class. We'll have those all available. Now, one last thing I want to touch on is if you guys are having any symptoms at all, if you coughing, fever, heavy breathing, anything like that, or or shallow breathing, sorry, even if you think it's just allergies, we're going to ask that you stay home. The goal here is to make sure that we don't spread this around to everybody. That's why we're limiting class times and sizes and things like that. So we ask that you do your part. All right. So if your hygiene is anything less than stellar, we're going to ask you to go home. All right. So make sure that after every single class you wash your gi, including your belt. If we get to a point where we can start doing partner drills, all right, and you're going to use your gloves or anything like that, we ask that you wipe those, sanitize them down, with like Clorox or alcohol wipes to make sure that you disinfect everything, and that'll be the case for any equipment that we do use. All right, and we always ask that you use your best judgment. So if there's any doubt, just choose to stay home. All right, again, we'll be live streaming at least 1 class a day. So if you can't make it into the actual dojo, all right, you can just take that class from home or follow along from there. All right, and we're working on setting up a Zoom class too, where you can actually get some feedback from one of the instructors while you're participating. All right, guys, so we're really excited about seeing everybody again, and we can't wait to get this going. So make sure you guys are studying your classes, and if you have any questions, make sure you contact your sensei. All right, have a good one. Us.